actually came here on a whim, basically with a friend a year ago. I had liked surfing, but had never really picked it up. I could barely stand on a board. Fell in love with it that week, and a year later it's become a huge part of my life. I surf a few times a week. I'm always planning my next vacation around surfing, around where I can find the best waves for me. It's just become a major part of my life.
So one of the best things about surfing is when you are out there, the only thing that you think about is surfing. It is not about what you're doing tomorrow, what you're doing 10 minutes from now. It's not about what you did yesterday or a year ago. It's just that moment. It is one of those sports that just keeps you so in the moment, that is so exhilarating and so amazing.
It's so hard to talk about without getting cheesy. It's incredibly gratifying athletically. It's a magical feeling to be up on a wave, to really start enjoying that and appreciating the moment.
I love sitting out in the water, hearing the birds and seeing the porpoises and the turtles. And everybody's laughing and you hear this very quiet chatter and this nice, beautiful sound of the ocean. And it's very spiritual and just calming. A very good Zen place to be, where there's no cell phones or anything like that.
Surfing has done a lot for me. It's a great workout. It works so many different parts of your body. Usually you're exhausted after it. Really gets you in good shape. And as you progress, especially coming to a place like this, actually you feel better. Like you feel like you're getting better at something.
It's also fun to try new things, learn new things, get better at different skills. And then there's also the, coming to Surf Simply, meeting new friends, meeting new people, and hanging out, right? I mean, we've had a really good week.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I did not expect to get here.
So it's our 10th anniversary. So
Happy anniversary.
I love you. So we've given ourselves the gift of salt water as our 10th anniversary, and we decided to come surfing together.
We first found the Big Whiteboard Wednesday videos
5 years ago.
5 years ago.
When we were surfing and we kept nosediving and we were trying to figure out what we were doing wrong.
Literally Googled, how can you keep from pearling so much? And Rue's videos came up and we were like, oh, that seems like that would be a cool place to go.
This is our third year. Last year was our second time. And at the end of the week, we both said to ourselves, 1 week's not enough. We got to book 2.
Yeah.
And
there's no debate. We knew 2 was the right.
We got home and his mom says, "What? 2 weeks? You didn't even consult me." I said, "Sorry, we got to surf.
We're going for 2.
We're going 2." And I think this time we're going to tell her. I think it might have to be 3.
The most memorable moment was actually some trouble. 2 afternoons ago, we ended up in some 12-foot monster waves that were just crashing on our heads.
So the swell has been pretty big this week.
The waves this week were a lot larger than last week, so I was glad that we started smaller and then built to the big things.
And just getting through that and understanding that I could manage that and be able to actually stay calm, that was the most memorable moment.
I was getting pounds on the brake and I almost gave up and then just said no, we have to press on. And then I did press on, and then there I got the best wave of my life. Was going sides ways and was the best experience of my life, because it shows that I can conquer anything if you just try.
The great thing is that both Fran last week and then Asher this week, as the waves got bigger, just pushed me beyond my comfort zone, and I definitely was beyond my comfort zone at points, but handled it, realized, okay, I can deal with this. And I think when the waves ease back and I'm within my comfort zone again, it'll just seem like cake compared to the challenging conditions that we had this week.
Selfishly, my most favorite moment was the right that I had, probably that first one where I was just like, oh my Lord, that actually what I wanted to do and what I felt like should happen all clicked. But the second was she took the high line on a right and it just went forever, and I actually had come in and I was just running down the beach with a huge smile on my face, and I was so happy, and it took me forever to get to her because you rode it so long, but it just made my heart sing.
Oh, it makes me want to cry a little bit.
So yeah.
And just being with my dad, just kind of waiting, just kind of being in the water in the ocean and just seeing like, wow, I could not think of a better like place to be on vacation, and just really appreciated that I could do something with my dad that we both love to do.
Yeah, I feel the same way too. This was a great week because you always try to find things you can do together, and this is something we both love. I was thinking actually this evening, which we have the sunset surf, we finished surfing, had a great ride, and then we're all on the beach looking back at the marvelous, beautiful sunset. It's starting to rain, and you can't reproduce that anywhere else on Earth. It was just beautiful.
I came here with Lisa, my wife. She had been suffering from some injuries earlier in the year and wasn't able to work out and get into the same shape that she'd wanted to be in when she, in anticipation of the trip. So I think for her, the beginning of the first week was quite frustrating. So she simply wasn't in the physical shape that she had hoped to be in, and so things were more difficult. But with the fabulous coaching that Will gave her last week and then Sam gave her this week, the progress was just phenomenal. And so by the end of this week, she was completely stoked. So you saw this transformation from frustration at the beginning of last week to stoke at the end of the second week. So it was great.
I think the coaches here are amazing. You could tell that they genuinely love being here. They genuinely love being around each other and love what they're doing.
So we've had the time of our lives here. The instruction has been phenomenal. Day one, I learned how I was standing wrong the whole time. Just changing my stance, using my hips, all these things that I didn't realize I wasn't doing right. It was pretty amazing just day one.
Yeah, and seeing yourself video is horrifying and amazing all at the same time. But it really did help to see the things that you were doing, that you felt like you were doing right, that you clearly weren't doing right.
Oh, I had Fran as my coach this week. She is absolutely beautiful. Her style is just very graceful. She just has a very quiet, strong presence about her, which I think I look up to in any woman. She had a very kind way of correcting all of my errors.
Between having Derek and Tommy, I think it came out really, instead of just completely being on one-on-one, it was sort of like we had a team of coaches and then the two of us. Tommy was really, really good.
Derek and Tommy were great. They split up and they kind of helped each of us, but we also got help and perspective from both of them. We actually had a lot of fun with them this week. They were both great guys.
Yeah, no Derek's really cool.
Derek is great, and Tommy's just as awesome as well. So yeah, they're both awesome.
And every so often we actually get to see them surf.
Yeah, which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
This is now the second time we've come here. We've come for 2 weeks each time. We were ready booked for next year, counting the weeks. So, obviously we love it.
I'm really glad I met glad I met a friend. I'm stoked to have met him and stoked to have been here, and we'll be back.
Yeah, actually, I'm a pretty skeptical person overall, and all the good stuff you hear about Surf Simply, and I was still really surprised. It's legit.
And all the people we've met here.
Yeah.
All the other guests have been so fun. It's so fun to. We were just watching all the pictures out, and everybody's just cheering everybody's name.
I think we're kind of in love with everybody who came here.
The people here, it's something that is really special. You guys have some of the most good-natured, capable, fun, easygoing people I've ever met. You all have just created a culture, a sense of community here, which is rare in any workplace. Like, forget surfing or corporate America or a small startup. It's just a rare culture. It's something that all of you should be really proud of.